What's up, everyone? Andy and Steve from wagertalk.com. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hope you're having a good week and getting ready for a big weekend. We are going to go over our Road to Millions bankroll. We're going to go over mine because today is a reset day. Wednesdays are going to be my first day of the week when I start my goal of 3% a week. So I want to make sure that we show everybody kind of where we stand from last week and what we got looking ahead to this weekend and how we plan on making the 3%. I will say, bummer news, they canceled the Formula One race due to rain and flooding. Yeah, so there's two ways to look at it. One, real bummer. We had planned on being able to take advantage of that. But I guess it's much better to cancel it rather than to have a rainy flooding. I mean, it's like downright floods. They were like, no, it's flooded. Like the entire region is flooded. So we're not going to do a race. So I guess it's better than to have a rainy, gigantic shit show, huh?
Like, yeah, 100%. I mean, those races get pretty nasty when, some crazy things happen that you can't predict in the tough weather in those races, obviously. So it makes it a little clunky.
Yeah. So, all right, just a reminder here, guys, we're going for 3% a week. That's the goal. That is all it takes. Just a fresh reminder, if you start with 4,000, you make 3% a week and you don't pull money out in 6 years, you'll have $26 million. That's our goal. That's what we're going for. So we will try and see where we can go. Okay, I said we were going to go over the my bankroll from last week. The bankroll did not. We had a losing week, and you'll see kind of here what's going on with it. So what's going on with the bankroll is that we're struggling to get over this $30,000 hump. So if you kind of look kind of in February, we're at 26,187, way ahead of schedule, which is good that we built up kind of a little bit of a I don't know, a buffer area, because we just kind of been hovering around this. We get up to 30 and then we dip below. We got up to 30 and then we dip below last week. So we sit at 28,539. We're still about 1,300 above our goal. So this week we're going to try and get our 3%, which is based off this 28,539. So golf and UFC are going to be the main ones that I do. And Corbin has said he's got a big soccer play that's coming as soon as the lines come out. So those are going to be what I'm using this week to try and get this 3%. Feel great about the plays. So we'll try and do that. And it's just kind of, it's kind of a reminder, guys, like this is how I do it. When I get up over my 3%, I immediately get very cautious. So even if, like, let's say I'm up like 4 or 5%, even though we may have like a 4% play out there, with me personally, I'm going to protect my 3% bankroll and I may only bet a little bit of it. So it's all about kind of like quitting while you're ahead when you're at the 3%. You don't need to fire away at, try and make 12% every week. We're just trying to make our 3%. So I'm looking forward to a good weekend. And then kind of after Saturday, I'll know exactly where we stand because we just won't have any auto racing on Sunday. So that's where we stand. Really want to get over this 30,000 mark and stay over there. So that is that's where the bankroll sits right now. Steve, we can go over our plays from last night. We only had 2 small ones. Well, we had one that was a push, so we kind of don't count that. We were laughing. The push was on the Nuggets -6. Hey, always shop around because -6.5 loss. And we were laughing. Were we lucky or unlucky?
Yeah, it was tough. So the entire game we were sitting there and you're like, this is ours for the taking. You know what I mean? This is perfect. Looking at it from that perspective, it was unlucky. But then towards the end, there was no defense played in that entire game until the Lakers clamped down in the fourth quarter, and the Nuggets, they were struggling to score. Some turnovers. Joker makes some crucial mistakes down the stretch, even though he was so brilliant early in the game. You look at it too, and you look at the very end of the game where we could have gotten another foul when it was at 6, and that could have made things dicey though, because then we go down, hit 1 or 2 free throws. Yeah, we're covering now, but do the Lakers just dribble it out, or do they hoist up a crazy 3-pointer that just crushes our souls and takes this play away from us? I guess you got to accept the push on that one.
Yeah, and it would have 100% been D'Angelo Russell. It would have that there's no question in my mind of any Laker that would have hit a meaningless three that kills everybody.
Yeah, he is the type of guy to do that. Austin Reeves came to mind just because he was
It was white
lacing up some
hot.
3 point, yeah, lacing up 3 pointers that killed us down the stretch. So yeah, in one hand you look at it and you're like it was unlucky, but on the other hand, we snuck out of there with the push. It was brutal.
Yeah. We have a bet on this on the Nuggets to win the series. I love what the coach of the Nuggets said after the game. He was like, I would much rather have to worry about making adjustments coming off a win rather than coming off a loss. So I mean, they Lakers when they moved that defense to where Anthony Davis could just roam all over, man, it brought the Nuggets to a screeching halt. I am a believer that they will figure it out. They got too many talented players on that offense, and Jokic is just a magician. So
Yeah,
I'm not
and
worried.
Murray looks to be able to score at will too. So I don't know if they might be able to like clamp down on the Joker a little bit, but then that leaves Murray out there, and he's red hot. He's confident right now. He looks great. So I love that Denver play for the series.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy with it. One of the reasons that we bet it is we thought Denver would take game one. If you did like the Lakers in the series, now's the time to take them. You can get them at a pretty good price here. So, and if you're into hedging, I'm sure you could probably hedge on one of these things to guarantee yourself some profits. So, Jim says with the Panthers series starting tonight, looking to target Montour over 2.5 shots again. I don't know about this Hurricanes. Man, their defense has been pretty good. In the last series, they had one game where they let up, but man, did they not allow a lot of goals. We've been riding the Panthers over their team total. I mean, they keep getting there, so I guess it's like we got to believe in them. But man, Carolina's been good. I don't know. Montour over 2.5 shots again. I don't know if there's much meat on the bone left with that one. With this, I don't want to play anything in it until I see a game one.
Yeah, it's tough to predict what's going to happen there because Florida takes so many shots and Carolina is really good at suppressing the shots. Earlier in the year when we could count on all these Florida guys firing away, there was a point during the season I think we were playing, five or six of the guys at night, and in cash when we went 6-0 sometimes 7-1, like stuff like that, 5-1. It won't be like that in this series. You won't be able to take all those players. Obviously, Montour, I would think he gets there just because he takes such a high volume of shots. But I'd like to see one game before I make it an official play.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So guys, if you haven't gotten the plays, the PGA Championship pack is up there. I put up a play today, so I mean, there's a potential of 8 or 9 units in that pack just alone. The UFC 5% play is still up, and then, like I said, Corbin's going to have a soccer play for this weekend. So if you want to wait until Friday and get the 3-day pass, go ahead, but you'll miss out on the golf plays. So if you haven't locked in the golf pack, make sure you get that and get ready for this weekend, as I think we're gonna do well. The baseball plays, real quick, like we tell everyone, just you're playing all of them or none of them. Don't try and jump in and out of the baseball plays. I almost kind of look at the baseball as kind of separate from the road to millions. I don't know if I really count them from day to day just because we know it's going to go back and forth. There's going to be wins, there's going to be losses, but we feel like at the end of 3 weeks or 4 weeks, we're going to be up. So Royals get the win, Athletics get the win, but those are kind of blips on the radar, right?
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, it's going to be the long game for us in the MLB. As the season goes on, we'll probably have some additional plays and stuff like that. And over the course of the year, just hope to end up on the positive side of things long term. It's you can't look at any single day and take too much of a gauge on that one day.
No, it is tough, man. It's baseball, man. It is just a it's just a grind. I can't believe how much of a grind a baseball season is. So, but we'll
Yeah,
be in, we'll be in play today on those. So I'm going on Wager Talk today. I'll be the second guest. So if you're watching this live, you can catch me going over a UFC play and a PGA Championship couple plays in that. For PGA Championship, be careful. We got some guys with injuries. Jordan Spieth is hurt, and Tom Kim is injured, and they still have a couple of head-to-head matchups on those guys. So be careful you don't get sucked into accidentally betting on a guy that's injured. So, all right, we are going to get to our free play here. We're going to try and add a free play, kind of a free prop.
yeah.
Hold on one second, Steve. All right, guys. So we are going to do our free play today. It is in MLB. All plays can be found at wagertalk.com. We got the PGA Championship plays and pack that is up. We've got the 5% UFC play that is up. We will have our baseball plays that are up. But for now, Steve, we like an under out prop on a particular pitcher. So talk to us about Ross Stripling.
So he's been used as a starter and as a bullpen pitcher this season. He hasn't made it past the fifth inning yet this year in his 4 starts, and that goes all the way back to last season too. He's 18 out of his 28 starts. He's falling short of this number. The big thing here is that he kind of got swapped out with Sean Manaea. He was a former starter. Now he's in the bullpen, and Manaea has been quoted as saying he's looking forward to getting his stuff right in the bullpen. I'm expecting them to use him today directly after Stripling. So if he gets roughed up early, that's going to be the backup plan. They almost have like a quasi starter waiting in the wings essentially. The bullpen has been utilized the past couple of games, but they still have 4 regular bullpen arms that haven't thrown yesterday or the day before. The addition of Manaea being in the bullpen, and then on top of that, Stripling's been getting hit hard. He gets harder the second time through the order, the third time through the order. If you look at the numbers, these hitters get locked in on him, and that's when he gets chased out of there. You got a couple of Phillies that hit him really well. Realmuto is 5 for 7, Harper 6 for 10 against him. Those are the main guys in the order. So I'm expecting him to get chased early today, and for them to watch for Manaea to come in there after him and eat up some innings.
Love it. Take the under 15.5 outs. Go grab our plays at wagertalk.com. Scott, you're liking Strider over his Ks, saying he's hit that a lot lately. Don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know about that one. I have no opinion on that one. You know that one, Steve?
Yeah, he's going against Texas, the Rangers today, and they got some guys that actually do strike out a lot. And Strider's been very consistent with the strikeouts. So that does sound like a good one. I haven't delved into it, completely and thoroughly, but that's 8.5. That's a little high. That's a little. He's going to have a great game to get there.
He's going to have to be dealing.
But he usually is. He usually does. So the Rangers are a good order for him to attack too. So I would. They do score a lot of runs though. It's a tough one right there. I'm kind of going back and forth on it because the Rangers do score a boatload of runs as well. So, I'm on the fence on that one personally.
All right. Well, hopefully it gets there for you, Scott. Take the Strider over the Ks. Take Stripling over or under 15.5 outs. And most importantly, guys, go grab that PGA Championship pack. Go grab the 5% UFC play. Let's start our week off right. Let's get all those golf plays and UFC plays in. Let's make that 3% this week. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see everyone tomorrow on another Road to Millions video.
Thank you, guys.